Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, Handy Andy on Demand. Welcome back to a project run through over in Town Lake section of Woodstock. I mean, we're up in this neighborhood pretty much every week, and a lot of if you watch the videos, they're all the same kind of a thing. This particular house has a fairly new roof. They put drip guard edging on, which is great. They put ridge vents up. They're nice estate shingles. But beyond that roof, this house is a lesson in the whole stitching time saves 9. You can put gutter guards on houses like this with all this tree canopy around here. It's great. It shades the house. Don't go that route. Just clean your gutters 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a year. It's worth the expense. You know, some of these downspouts on this house are undersized. So like here, when they put this one in here, this is a 2x3 downspout. They really need a 3x4. Actually, I take it back. This is a 3x4, so we're okay here. But it's just so clogged with debris up here, and they never sealed these corners, so they leak. So, you know, just cleaning your gutters is good. The house has masonite siding on it, and you're gonna see in the back kind of what's gone on. It's been run as a rental property for quite a while, so maintenance always becomes kind of a problem. But most of the siding, like on the right side of the house, when you look across the bottom edges, it's all good. There's nothing wrong here. If this owner will budget just hand paint this side and gradually do the rest of the house, she won't have to replace all of her siding. You know, replacing siding in a house like this is anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000. It's a huge expense. Here in the gutters, I don't think necessarily this particular gutter has been overflowing. I think there's open toe board holes when they put the new roof on, or maybe from the old roof and they just didn't fix this soffit right here. So she got about 12 feet of rotted soffit. The key to this stuff is you can put hardy plank or hardy board type product up there, concrete board. We like to use a back primed and sealed on all faces wooden soffit, basically plywood, smooth sanded plywood. And that way, if anything ever does go wrong, it'll let you know while it's a relatively inexpensive fix. If you were to put a maintenance free hardy board product up there and anything went with the roof or the gutters, it'd be a long time before something rotted over here to let you know you got a problem. And so that's why we kind of steer free of anything that contractors will call maintenance-free type product. Back of the house, same thing. Most of the siding's in really good shape when you look at the edges. If she can hand paint, there's a few boards right in this area right here. You see the shadow where it gets thicker right in this area, right through here. But if you hand paint these bottom edges and seal them, and then you can spray it if you want to save some money or just hand paint the whole siding. There's nothing defective about masonite siding. Same thing with this deck. This is all old growth wood. You don't want to replace it. Just pressure wash it, clean it up. Light pressure, electric pressure washer, and restain it and be good to go. We just tore up a deck recently because the customer wanted brand new, and we saved all this wood because you can't buy it anymore. On the back side, here's the stitch and time thing where because this siding wasn't painted on the under edge and this gutter was never cleaned, it just dropped out. These are galvanized gutters. And so all that water's just been dropping right here and rotting the siding out. So she needs to replace this bottom piece of brick mold on the triple window, these 3 rows here with hardy plank. If you're gonna do siding, make sure your contractors are not using Nichihana. For a little bit more money, get the real thing. And the real thing in this case is James Hardie hardy plank. You don't have to hire a certified installer. You can if you want, but you just make sure you're getting the James Hardie. The Nichihana siding in areas prone to water like here, or this chimney, you can see the chimney is totally destroyed. The homeowner has talked about reducing the height of this chimney because no one wants to work at that height. It's up there. I mean, it's a 4-story chimney, so it's 50, 60 feet off the ground. But we don't have any trouble doing it. We'll replace all of it. She'll need to spot replace some of the sheathing. We won't know that cost until we pull the siding off, but someone told her she could replace some of the siding here and knock the size down and save some costs, and that doesn't even make any sense because even with a gas flue chimney, you got to be able to get your gas vented up above. So that's just us. You can vent it out to the side. It is more decorative than anything else, but dropping that height down isn't going to save you any money by the time you reframe it. Here at the left side, there's never been any kick out flashing at this gutter. This gutter actually needs to be replaced, obviously. And then we need to replace this siding from here up to the roof line up through here. Some of the corner boards, I'll try to get them from this side over here if I can. We do so much of this stuff. My brother and I are running a crew of about 25, 26 people. We're all over Atlanta, and we both work in the business. So we're not just salespeople out here selling jobs, which is what a lot of companies do. A lot of smaller companies like ours will hire commissioned salespeople. We don't have that. So you can see the side, the condition of the chimney. All this siding will need to be replaced, and the corner boards as well. The rest of it around is in pretty good shape. There's one piece of soffit up here. I'm not gonna really be able to get it, but right up in this corner, right up there, there's fascia and soffit that's rotted through. At the basement door right here, the frame is rotted on both sides. We can replace this. They've got some termite damage in there. We'll treat it if we see anything live. Same thing here. With all the trees, you're probably gonna have some carpenter ants in here too. Anytime you see wrinkling like this at the bottom of your corner board, you put your finger right through it. It'll kind of look like if you sat in the bathtub for an hour and got out, the way your fingers look is the way the wood will look. So when you see that wrinkle, it's a telltale sign that it's rotted through. Over here, again, because they didn't clean this gutter and there's so much debris sitting up here, any water is dropping right here to this window and it just rotted this stuff out. It's not really tree limbs that have caused this. She's got some rats probably getting in that corner right here where this corner board is rotted, chewed out the bottom of the ground. Be very careful when you have corrugated pipe like this. This stuff should never be used for underground drainage. It is all the time because it's cheap and landscapers do it. But that stuff's all clogged and we probably won't even be able to unclog it. We can try for this customer. We'll try to trim back some of these tree limbs for her. And when you've got tree limbs hitting that new roof like that, you want to get those cut back. But overall, a very straightforward project. The whole stitching time saves 9 really works. It's harder on rental properties because people don't want to spend the money and owners don't want to spend that money. They'll keep the front looking decent like this one does, so the HOA doesn't complain. It's kind of what they do. But we want to catch this tree limb here too. Overall, great house. Certainly worth the investment of fixing it up. You can reach us at 770-912-2829. Just be patient. We run like crazy. We get backed up on calls. Sometimes you can catch us at 770-265-9017. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.